Welcome, Aries, to your February 2020 reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy Valentine's Day if you Aries for out there like to celebrate Valentine's Day. This month, I'm still offering my free mini reading for all new subscribers. So if you'd like to click subscribe, you can ask a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover. So just leave your question in the comments below and click the subscribe button and you can get your free mini reading. Just know that I do get a lot of people contacting me to do free mini readings, so I might not be able to get back to you right away, but I promise you, you will absolutely get a response from me within the month. So let's get into February's reading. This month, you start out with the Devil card. Now, the Devil card is very misrepresented. It can be quite a daunting card when you see it, but what the Devil card talks about is situations that perhaps make you feel trapped. Now, this card is very similar to the Eight of Swords in the sense that it's usually something of your own making that is making you feel trapped. And it seems as if your path may have become a little hidden in February, and it feels like there's no way forward. But that really is only an illusion. And by changing the way you think, by changing your thoughts, you can create a more optimistic atmosphere around you in February. Now, when I was doing your reading, I got so many messages that were coming through, and it seemed like a lot of little messages for different people. So take what resonates out of this, but also the Devil is the card of Capricorn, and this could mean that you have a significant Capricorn around you in February, but it can also mean that a Capricorn is very practical and very sensible, and they're very good with money. And I'm feeling like you could be maybe taking on some of these characteristics in February as well with your money. Again, take what resonates for you, because I got several messages coming through when I was doing this. Now, the Devil card, it can talk about addictions and dependencies, and these could be recurring in February for some of you. But the general messages that I'm getting is there's been a successful completion to any sort of negative addictions or compulsive behavior, or just quite sort of heavy energy that I'm feeling like this is coming to an end in February. You've really I'm really feeling that this is something that you've harnessed. Now, I am feeling also, again, another message for some, this addiction or this compulsive behavior could have something to do with money, the way you spend it, and or save it or use it in some way. So that, again, was a message for some. Now, this also can be someone who is too focused on the material or the worldly, and it could indicate that there is some debt there in February. And you've got to, the message with this is really take responsibility for your actions and your choices when it comes to money in February. Now, I'm hoping this is making sense for someone out there, because these are kind of the messages that came through. Now, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, and you've got the Ace of Wands. So you've got two aces here, and aces always speak of new beginnings. So I'm feeling like there is definitely a new job for some, or a new passionate, something that you're really passionate about, something creative that you are commencing in February. Now, I'm jumping all over the place. Let's get back to the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is that it really is a lovely card. It's a card that talks about new financial possibilities and abundance, really. It's, if you look at the imagery on the card, you see, you know, a hand, and they say that's the hand of God that is coming out of the clouds with a beautiful big pentacle in the palm of God's hand there, offering it to you. And the Ace is such a positive card, and it promises this inflow of abundance. So if you have been struggling with money and some excessive debt there that was coming through in the Devil, I'm feeling that February definitely is things are going to be looking up for you, and you are going to be getting that abundance from the universe, and it's going to be quite unexpected as well. Now, also, when we talk about abundance in the Ace, because it's Pentacles, we instantly think about money, but abundance can refer to anything. That can be an abundance of friends, an abundance of, prosperity in terms of love that you have in your life and the wonderful things that you have in your life. You may have an abundance of joy. So there is a lot of stuff that the Ace of Pentacles talks about coming into your life in February. So that's something beautiful to look forward to. Now, this can also talk about having some assistance from somebody else in your life as well. So this abundance that is coming in, you might be having someone that comes in that's able to help you out in terms of a financial situation and any difficulties that you may have regarding your finances. Somebody could be coming in and be that helping hand as well. And this card really also is a card of career advancement and improved health as well. And this, just because you've got the Ace of Wands, which I'll go into a little bit further later, I'm feeling this is definitely like a new job or a new role or something new that you are really passionate about. This is definitely something that's coming through for February for you. Now, you have the Temperance card, and this is the card of balance. And again, I'm feeling this is something to do with money or your finances. You are really struggles with your money are coming to an end, and you are able to balance things out and keep things even and not fluctuating out of control and bringing you feelings of depression or stress and worry. But what this card really means is almost like a cooperation with others, and really you are willing to compromise your plans a little bit so that everyone can be successful in February as well. Now, balance, temperance asks us for patience. Be patient as well. And I know that's not something that is easy for Aries to hear. You guys want to get into things and do things quickly, but have patience. And I feel like your money situation is absolutely going to be improving if you've had any issues there. Now you've got such a wonderful card, and that is the World. That beautiful card that talks about moving on to the next level in your personal lives and in your careers. And this is certainly, as I mentioned, coming through in that Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. But you are perhaps getting this promotion. You know, this does talk about a successful completion of something to do with, often it is to do with finances, but it is a successful completion of any stage of your life that you are able to now look at and learn from and sort of close the book on that section of your life happily and successfully and move on to that next step. But in doing that, you've got the Six of Cups there, and this is a card of fondly looking back and reminiscing, and I think you are able to do that in February. You are really able to look back at the past and enjoy it for what it taught you and the joys and the sorrows that came through, but have made you who you are to this date. And you, in the World card, you're really, it's a card of enlightenment as well. So I'm feeling you've got this great energy of personal fulfillment, promising future, enlightenment, just great energy that's coming through in that World card. And also for some of you, this might be you might be moving. It could be such like closing the door on that kind of part of your life. When you move home, you leave that and you go and start some new memories. So I'm feeling like there could be a move for some of you as well. And this can even be moving to a new city, or if you're traveling, a new country, that kind of thing. But the World talks about sort of following your own evolution and having now complete clarity about where it is that you want to go next. You know in your mind what you want, how you want it, and how the journeys you're wanting it to be. So that is just a message for some. But I think I mentioned it earlier, the World card, because it's successful completions, it could also refer to the Devil card right above it, where there is successful completions when it comes to any sort of addiction or compulsive behavior that you had in the past. You're kind of getting over that. Now, I briefly touched on the Six of Cups. Now, this is a beautiful card. This card not only talks about nostalgia and thinking fondly about the past, but it talks about its influence over the future as well. And when you're getting the Six of Cups, this can talk about someone from the past that is going to return as well. Now, this can be the Capricorn that is in the Devil there, but it can also be someone that you perhaps were friends with in the past, and they are going to be coming back into your life in the present, certainly in February. And often, and I'm not saying this is for everyone, again, this is a general reading, this can be someone that's going to come back into your life that was a friend, and now the relationship is going to deepen and you are going to have more of an intimate relationship with this particular person. But it is just a lot of love and romance around you when this card, there's love in your heart. You're feeling that joyful nurturing, because there's 6 cups there. That's 6 cups filled with emotion. And this card also sort of asks you to review the past and see where it was that things held you back, and now utilize all of that sort of stuff and move on to this wonderful new Ace of Wands that you have there. Now, also, just on a side note, this can talk about reminding yourself to be like a child. Do the things that gave you passion and that stirred your passion and that gave you joy and made you happy. Be like a kid. Go to go to a park, go swing on a swing, do fun things that really stir your joy up again in February. That's a big message. Now, also, this card has so many layered messages. This can talk about your children. Could also have something to do with money regarding your children, or something to do with money surrounding your children. And it can also talk about issues that potentially your kids could be having with money as well. But they're just general, guys, so take what resonates. Now, you've got the 10 of Wands there, and this is that card of you have been working so hard, haven't you, Aries? You really have. And it's, work can be really fulfilling and exciting for you, but it can be really exhausting as well, and it can feel like a chore. So I'm thinking in February you might be getting that feeling that you're working entirely too much, and it's not leaving you any space for fun and play. And this is where I'm really feeling that message of be like a child in the 6 of Cups. You want to make sure you continue to have that joie de vivre in your life, and don't let those heavy burdens, those big pile of sticks that you see the person carrying in the 10 in the card there, don't let that hold you down and burden you. This is the card where you've got to do this and you've got to run there and you've got to run, you've got the kids to feed, you've got the lunches to make for the next day, you've got the house cleaning to do, you've got to then wake up, go to work yourself, get the kids to school. It's that kind of trying to do everything at once, and it's becoming burdensome, and it's making you not have that joy in your life. So you have definitely got to try and have some balance in your life in February. A Temperance right above it is saying that pretty clearly. Make sure you balance out your life for fun, and it's not all work, work, work. Now, I am getting this feeling of you feeling run down, but also what this card can talk about is maybe some health problems that are created by being overworked. So really be mindful of that, Aries. Don't allow yourselves to be overworked and overburdened. Just keep that joy. But what all 10s talk about is endings. And so the 10 is that I'm feeling, you've got the 10 of Wands, and then right after it, that card I've mentioned a few times now, such a wonderful card, the Ace of Wands. So where you're feeling overburdened with work and feeling perhaps not very joyful, you've got that brand new Ace of Wands that talks about new creativity, new promising, wonderful things for you in February. It's amazing opportunities that are going to be changing your life. And I do feel like this can be related to your work, but it's not always work. Fire, the Ace of Wands is a fire sign, and it stands for the epitome of fire, passion, creativity, and it's self-development. So, and this can also be new love for some of you as well. And it's almost like with the Ace, it's like you can actually see that your dreams are within reach. There's still some work that you've got to do there to attain them, but you really are able to look at this card and know that there's going to be wonderful new opportunities and possibilities coming into play for you in February. And I'm feeling this is going to be leading on as well into the following months. But it talks about overall for you guys, I'm definitely feeling something passionate and new in your workspace. And this can also be doing some work for yourself, starting your own career. Now, also just in saying that, if you are thinking about starting a new career, the Ace of Wands is right beneath the Five of Pentacles. And whenever the Five of Pentacles comes into play, particularly when it's talking about a new job, I would say if you can hold off on starting that new career, think more a little bit about it, get your funds in order and everything before you start, because it's not a good time to start a new business when you do see that Five of Pentacles coming in and talking about a new career. So just give it time. And also, I think it's Mercury retrograde in February, so if you can hold off on signing any contracts or anything like that, that is also a good tip. But I'm not an astrologer, so maybe check out some great astrologers. They can go into more detail about that. But definitely the Ace of Wands can talk about the birth of a child as well. And this can be a metaphorical child. It can be your creative project that brings you so much joy and so much bliss. And this basically flows into your final card from the Gateway Oracle deck, and that is Follow Your Bliss. And how beautiful is the imagery on that card. The images are so simple, yet if you look at them and just meditate, there you can just get intuitive messages coming through for you. And Follow Your Bliss basically is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to read from the book what it says. Now, the affirmation that goes along with this card is, my soul sings with joy. So keep repeating that to yourself. My soul sings with joy. Now, do what gives you joy. Celebrate and have fun. You do not need to suffer to grow. In fact, true happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. Take steps today to expand your joy. You don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. The universe wants you to know, if you don't follow your bliss now, when will you? If you've been waiting to act until circumstances are different or somehow better, you may have to wait a long wait. Some people put off following their North Star until they graduate, get married, have kids, or retire. If you continue to do so, you may never attain genuine happiness. Take steps today to experience the sweet nectar of life. That is a beautiful message, Aries. So please make sure you are following your bliss and doing things that give you joy, and you're not feeling overburdened by work. Know that this month you have wonderful new opportunities beginning for you and abundance beginning to flow in. Just make sure you keep things balanced and any obsessive or compulsive behaviors in check. And I think you are going to have a wonderful month, Aries. So I hope that resonated with you. If you guys are into crystal jewelry, check out my website at kazana.com.au. There's beautiful handmade one-off crystal pieces designed and made in Australia by an Australian designer. So have a wonderful February, Aries. See you next month. Bye.